Here is Danny, and today, if you see this video, I am probably at Liquidity Festival. And thus you are watching something I made in the past, which totally means you are a time traveler. Anyway, here is some Battlefield modes I want to see in every Battlefield game from now on. No limited time only bullcrap. Everything in here is intended for 64 players or less, not more. Conquest, the classic Battlefield mode. It won't be a Battlefield game without it. Even looking at you, Bad Company. Depending on the map, it could also be Conquest Assault, where one team has all the flags and the other team has to capture them. Frontlines, one of the best new additions to the franchise. The push and pull mechanics are great, also in modified form, really good for competitive play, but more about that in a bit. Team Deathmatch, the other classic. Brain off, gun on, shoot whoever is in your path and level up your guns. Domination, it is basically TDM but with objectives. More possible XP to grab and less randomized spawns. Rush, an absolute banger of a mode. Linear attacking and defending. Sadly got pushed to a limited time only mode in Battlefield 5 and 2042. Breakthrough, the other new mode. 64 players looking right at each other fighting for a small piece of the map at the time. Lots of action, explosions and chaos. I guess that is also why people like it. Now a more controversial one, Blood Money. One of the big hardline modes. A box in the middle of the map and two teams fighting over it. Little bit of King of the Hill, little bit of Capture the Flag, but lots of awesome. And I get it, modern soldiers wouldn't fight over money. So why not change it to something else like data drives? Something that works with the 2042 lore. Or with code bars in Bad Company 3. Haha, like we ever get that. I would also say something like Carrier Assault, but that needs far too specialized maps to work. And it couldn't work everywhere, so no, sadly not. Okay, back to the competitive shit I mentioned. Of course, it would be an absolute waste to make an entire dedicated mode for competitive play. Looking at you, Incursions. But they can also do the thing what they did with, for example, Battlefield 2, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Squad variants. One squad, so 4 or 5 players depending on what the game allows. So Squad Conquest with limited flags and a quicker capture time, but still with bases like in Battlefield 5. Or Squad Rush with 1 MCOM on each base, but more limited tickets since there's also less players. See Battlefield 3. And then there is of course Squad Frontlines with both teams being able to push other events depending on the quality of each team. The capture speed also has to be increased compared to the base mode, since there is also less people who can capture the flag. There's actually people who hosted a Frontlines tournament in Battlefield 1 and it worked surprisingly well. And for Nicholas Astrand, the #1 best mode of them all, a modernized version of War Pigeons. So instead of writing a letter and sending a pigeon away, doing something with an USB stick and sending it away with a drone or something. But then again, Battlefield 2042 proved that people can't shoot drones down, especially not if there's C4 on it. But yeah, what modes do you want to see standardized in every Battlefield game? Like air superiority. That was included in the last Battlefield 3 DLC, for example. Or do you maybe prefer the scavenger game mode some more? Or what about Gunmaster? Let me know down in the comments. But hey, that is all I got for now. Subscribe for more. This was Danny and I see you on the battlefield.